Hello everyone, I'm the Peculiar Pisces and welcome to my channel. Today is Monday, January 29th, 2024, and I'm back with fLOSSTUBE video number 4, week 3 of stitching my projects. Last week, because I want to show you something, I started showing you past stitches. So in line with that, here's another one that I pulled out. This one is from 2002. This was right after I graduated high school, and I probably worked on this while I was in college. It was a kit that I bought, most likely from Walmart, and I added a Bible verse to it afterwards. The Bible verse says, "Behold, he spreadeth his light upon it, and covereth the bottom of the sea." And it was Job 36:30. I am like obsessed with lighthouses, which is why I bought the kit. At some point, there's another lighthouse that I have stitched. That one's actually framed up and hanging on the wall. That'll come much later because I think I'm trying to show them in order if they're dated. The next few aren't dated, but I'm pretty sure I have them pinpointed when I did them. But here was a past stitch. Now, for the meat and potatoes of this particular video, my project number 1 is my favorite designer project, and I'm doing Teresa Wentzler's The Castle. Now, I've recently found out that there's actually a wing extension, and like the rocks extend under the wing. But as I was looking at someone who actually stitched it, it kind of felt unbalanced to me. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm kind of glad that I didn't know about the wing extension before choosing this project. I do, however, wish that I knew that there was a Krynic conversion so that the dragon was more sparkly, because I would have loved to have added some Krynic in the greens of the dragon. I think it was the greens. Anyway, this is the one that I'm stitching, and for week 3, this is how far I got. I'm so close to finishing this page. Oh, I didn't bring it. I'm so close to finishing this page of the pattern. Like I think I have less than 100 stitches. I have just a little bit in here, a little bit along the top. Like I think I have like a few more, I guess, feathers to fill in. And then this area right here, I need to finish filling in. And then this quarter will be done. And then I can move on to, I'll do this section next. This is 16 count aida that I hand dyed with RIT dyes. This is 2/1. And this one, I put in I only got to put in 8 hours, 57 minutes, and 53 seconds. And that brings my total for stitching this one to 37 hours, 35 minutes, and 8 seconds. Okay, my next project is my Blackwork piece. This is how it looks. I'm going to, it's very, very detailed, very, very intricate. And the way that it's patterned out is it's 4 pages, and those 4 pages repeat, and it's exactly the same, like it's perfectly symmetrical in every single way. So I'm pretty sure that I can just rotate my canvas when it's time to move on to the next section. I have stitched page 4, page 3, and I'm about halfway done with page 2, and then I will move on to page 1. This section right here, I was texting my BFF as I was doing it, and I was like, oh my goodness, these gemstones are so tedious. All the intricacies that are involved are just insane. So this is 18 count aida that I hand dyed. I used 2 shades of green of the Rit dye. I had to mix everything up myself, obviously. This is 1/1. And for this one, I put in 5 hours, 25 minutes, and 1 second into this week, bringing my total for this one to 23 hours, 6 minutes, and 41 seconds. So this is, I mean, it's apt that this is project number 2 because this is the one that I've spent the second most time on. Project number 3 is from Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's this fairy. It's called Fae Risque, and it's an Amy Brown fairy. Now, I got the no background one, so it's just a fairy. Now, this one, because of all the confetti, I've decided to give parking a try. Why I'm trying to give parking a try, I have no idea. I've never done it before. I've had to watch a few YouTube videos to figure out how to do it. And then, because I'm in several cross-stitch groups, I know that there are things that you can put on your phone or your tablet that you can electronically keep track of things. And while I'm still going to be using my paper patterns because they're already printed out and it's the way that I stitched, I'm using a needle minder and I have it attached to my canvas because it's big enough for me to have it right there so that I can look and do it. I found that Pattern Keeper is helpful for whenever you do parking. And not only is it helpful for when you do parking, but you can manually change the colors and it will give you a visual representation of what you're going to see. So I filled in the colors that I'm doing, and for the most part, I like how it looks. The only thing that I want to change is I had left the purples in because I wasn't sure if it was going to blend right or not. So I'm really, really, really considering changing out the purples for a more bluier purple. And then some of the ones that look more hot, like they're really like light color blue, almost like blue greens or like a robin's egg blues. I don't think that I like those either. But with Pattern Keeper, I can keep track of the stitches, and I like that it showed me the mock-up on how to do it. I was just trying to backfill in what I've already done, so this would sort of like catch up to my paper pattern. So project number 3, Fae Risque, is coming along. This is me starting to park. It's you can see some of the blues and you can see some of the purples, which is why I went ahead on Pattern Keeper and started changing the colors because I didn't like how these purples were showing up. So I was like, yeah, I think I need to change it. This is 22 count on hand-dyed Aida. I used jet black and pearl gray. to get this background. I was trying to dye my fabric to look like the background-ish of the front cover. So that's my project for my progress for this week. And my last project. Oh, did I say? No, I didn't. Fae Risque, I put in 4 hours, 30 minutes, and 28 seconds onto it this week, and then that gives me a total of 22 hours, 9 minutes, and 21 seconds going into that project. And project 4 is my Stash Buster piece. It is a Plaid Bucilla kit. Donna Dewberry's Hummingbird and Floral. I purchased a piece of 14 count Aida from the fabric store and hand dyed it. I was going for the sky, so it is actually 2 shades of blue, and unfortunately it doesn't really show up very well that it's 2 shades of blue. Oh, hold on. It's this way. Sorry. My needle minders go at the top. That's how I know which way it's going. So my pattern, since I'm a middle out stitcher, it actually started me like here. So I finished out this piece, and I'm just sort of moving along to find my left edge. I'm really loving the way that the greens are blending, and like there's a tan in through here. And it was when I'm pulling the colors off the floss drops, I'm just like, what is this? Why is this color going here? And I'm stitching and I'm kind of dubious, but now that more of the thing is around it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I like how that's turning out. So this kit has half stitches, full stitches, quarter stitches, 3/4 stitches. It's got blended threads. It's 2/1 with the exception of where it calls for it. Like these half stitches were 1/1. Excuse me. So 14 count, hand dyed, 2/2, except where it called for. And for this one, this week, I was able to put 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 54 seconds into it. And it's brought my total for this project to 4 hours, 34 minutes, and 56 seconds. This is the one that sits in my car, and I only work on it while I'm waiting for the kids to get out of school. And on Wednesdays, I actually get an hour on Wednesdays to work on it in total because one of my kids has an after school, and so I sit there in the parking lot and I work on this while they're doing their after school. And on Saturdays, if I'm the one to take the same kid to the same after school activity that's they do something on Saturdays, I have that same almost 30 minutes to work on it on Saturday too. But yeah, that's the progress on my 4 stitches for this year. 3 of them, I'm hoping to get them done in time for the fair. There is a June, I believe it's the 28th and the 29th are the turn-in dates, and they have to be finished, finished and framed. No sawtooth framing things on the back. Yeah. Project 1, the favorite designer, the Teresa Wentzler, is definitely for the fair. It's in the 14 to 18 count category. Project 2, the Blackwork, there is a category specifically for Blackwork, so that one's slated for that one. And then Project 3 is slated for the fair for the category that is 22 count and up. And Project 4 is just I've been carrying it around for longer than I've had my husband, so it's time to stitch it up and either put it in my drawer with all the other stitches that need to be framed or finished. I only have the one pillow that I showed everyone last week, the Penn State pillow. So maybe I'll turn this one into a pillow, especially because it has a lot of kind of dead space on it. I think it would be better as a pillow as opposed to a picture. But that's my progress. I'll see everyone next week.